on yet.
Don't quote me on that.
The mic's on.
I don't know about sound.
No.
No, I think we're through.
Well, there's no little lights on.
Good to see everybody. Very good weather, but let's hope for improvements as the week goes on. Got a downsitch of the storm that is coming. Haven't got any announcements. We have apologies from Michael, yeah, and from Michelle, yeah, and no urgent items to add to the agenda. Can I bring your attention the members' declaration of interest? And then can we go on to the key decision reports at the master plan? Darren, you're on.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. This is an amazing opportunity for Wakefield City Centre. It's the development and introduction of the master plan. It's an ambitious vision that will take the city forward for the next 15 to 20 years. And it provides an amazing overview of what we can achieve and what we will achieve in terms of economic growth, introduction of new green spaces, introduction of landscaping and new homes, to reduce the amount of traffic in the city centre, but to make sure that our city heritage is brought forward and it's part of the overall offer of the city centre. It's also to create more workspace and to make sure that Wakefield City Centre becomes that place that everybody wants to live, visit and enjoy. The overarching themes of the master plan are laid out in the document, but it will cover the areas of Northgate and Borough Road, the George Street neighbourhood, Westgate Cathedral Retail Park, the Ridings and Kergate, and it will bring together the funding opportunities from Town's Fund, from Levelling Up, and anything else that we're able to bid for and bringing our own and private sector funding. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I think that the public, through consultation that we've done over recent months, from the display in the ridings and the activity and the cathedral, shows that there is an appetite out there from the residents of the city of Wakefield for this development. And with that, I move this report.
Thank you very much, Darren. It's a very comprehensive report. There's a lot of work gone into it, and I congratulate the officers and yourself for all the work that's been done. And I think, you know, the time is right for it. We're just about to come out of COVID, moving forward, and I think people are waiting for this. We won't please everybody, but this is the right way to go, and I think it's an excellent plan. Any comments, any questions, Jack?
Thanks, Denise, and thank you, Darren, for bringing this report today. I think it's an absolutely tremendous piece of work, and it's really going to create a city fit for the future. I think in particular, as you might expect from me with my portfolio, I really welcome the creation of more green spaces and urban gardens, which I think is going to be a really exciting opportunity to move some of those grey spaces into greenery for residents. And particularly, I also welcome the idea of opening up Ings Beck which has been a much underutilised and perhaps negatively framed back with the flooding connotations in the past. So it's nice to see we might want to create something positive out of that for that side of the city. So thank you.
Good. And picking up on what the leader said, this is a report that's been put together over many months by many hard-working people, many hard-working officers working with consultants and external partners. But as we move forward into this, and it can be seen down at Chantry House, where we're bringing forward some land for affordable housing, you can see that we've removed the building that was there and we've brought in some open green spaces on a temporary basis. But the green spaces underpins and underlies an awful lot of what's in here. And it may be temporary and that will become permanent, but it's a fundamental part of this.
Yes, thank you, Rita. I welcome this report. I've long thought Wakefield tends to undersell itself. We've got such a lot to offer in Wakefield and the surrounding districts, and I think by fetching this forward, we need to become more than just somewhere you go to shop or to eat. We need to be a destination for people out there to be drawn in, and I think this plan will give us that stepping stone into that where people actually want to come to Wakefield to see what we have on offer. And it will not benefit just Wakefield Centre, I think it will benefit the whole district.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Margaret said. I mean, Wakefield needs to be much more than just somewhere that somebody comes to shop. They need to come and do other things as well. And I think over the last few years we've created a little bit of a cafe culture as well, where people come and sit outside and enjoy a coffee or maybe go for a meal. And that's the sort of place we need it to be. And as Jack says, we need it to be a place where people can come and sit on a bench in a green space in the middle of a city. So I think it's absolutely excellent, and you know, thank you.
Come on, Matthew.
I may as well, since everybody else said two penny from there. Of course, it's a fantastic report, Darren. What we're trying to do in Wakefield with the urban greening. We're all seeing our town centres changing. We're seeing shops shutting down right into the centre. It's because of where the economy is going with online shopping and what have you. So we need to reinvent. We're seeing in Wakefield, I think we're booking the trend in one respect, the amount of restaurants that's opening in Wakefield. You know, the Westgate culture, what was there 30 years ago of drinking as much as you can at night time or Saturday night, it seems that's dying out. The fact that now people are coming in to enjoy for the restaurants, a lot of nice bars we've got, and we've got to keep reinventing our town centres like that. So I think proposals for Wood Street to complement that outdoor, al fresco dining. I just think we've got some brilliant ideas here. I just think it's a testament to yourself and the region team. So thank you.
Can I just come back? Sorry, can I just come back in very quickly? I think Matthew's right as well. We had a town centre somewhat 10 years ago, which was just for young people, and now we get a town centre where it's everybody can come and feel safe. Everybody can do what it is that they want to do. So Matthew was absolutely right. We need to be inclusive of all ages, and I think that's what we're doing.
On Radio Leeds this morning, they interviewed several young people from Wakefield College and asked them what they thought about Wakefield City Centre and have they seen the proposal from the master plan. And the three young people that they spoke to all said the same thing, that Wakefield City Centre is a lovely place. It just needs a little bit tarting up. Their words, not mine, and some investment. And this is exactly what this does. It goes further than tarting up, it reinvents itself, but it builds on that great base that we have, that it's a wonderful place to be.
Yeah, I think that's right, and I think that's why we're looking at the riding situation. No commitments at the moment, but if we did get involved there, we could do so much more for leisure, for young people, for other people. We could put bowling alley into the ridings. We could bring activities apart from shopping. People are just not shopping in the same way as they used to do. And if we can bring leisure into the town centre, I think that's what young people will want. And that will actually complement what we're doing at Lightways with the youth. So it's all coming together. So with that, can we accept the report? Item 6 is the revenue budget and council tax. Following on from the initial budget proposal which came to Cabinet last month, this report sets out the proposed revenue budget and council tax for the next financial year, and how the budget will support the delivery of the corporate plan which full council agreed last Wednesday. With the continuing impact of COVID and the cost of living rises, our residents need the council now more than ever, and these proposed budgets enables the council to provide the best services possible to respond to people's views and to improve the quality of life for our residents. So I'm asking Cabinet to agree the recommendations on page 108, 109 to go to Budget Council in March, and note the updated medium-term financial plan will be brought back to Cabinet in October. Any comments? Can we just passport it to Council?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item 7 is the Capital and Investment Strategy Capital Programme. Alongside the revenue budget, the Capital and Investment Strategy support the corporate plan and delivery of our policies and priorities with an ambitious capital programme totalling 380 million over the next 4-year period. Cabinet is asked to agree the recommendations on page 211 and 12 for approval at the Budget Council in March. Are we okay to pass that forward? Thank you. Item 8 is the Financial Health Report. This report provides an update for Cabinet on the budget for the current year. The latest forecast is for a marginal underspend of 444,000, which is a variation of less than 0.2% when compared to the overall budget. Table 1 on the agenda, page 290, sets out the position by directorate with further information in section 7 and the financial dashboard. At section 8, the report also provides information on the council's reserves, and at section 10 there is a summary performance analysis. I'm asking Cabinet to note the forecast revenue budget for 2020-22 and note the performance information at section 10 of the report. Any questions? I didn't mean it when I said you couldn't ask questions. Okay, if we can agree that. And then, fortunately, Michelle is suffering with COVID, so the West Yorkshire Joint Services paper. The report seeks approval to sign a revised agreement underpinning West Yorkshire Joint Services. West Yorkshire Joint Services carry out important functions for each council, including those which protect the public, such as enforcing against doorstep crime and the sale of illicit tobacco and age-restricted products. The changes are to streamline the governance arrangements and formalise the reporting back to each council. They are recommended to us following a vote at the committee, which is chaired by our councillor Les Shaw. I move the recommendations in the report to support the request from the committee as they oversee the work on our behalf. Can we agree?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That concludes the meeting. Thanks very much, everybody.